Namaste dear students, welcome to today's session. Let's see, we know that we've taken up with quadratic equations. Let's do a quick recap of what we have studied till date. So in quadratic equations we saw how to find out whether a given equation is quadratic or not, and we also learned how to find whether a given value is a root of the quadratic equation or not. If given one root, how to find the other root, finding the unknown letter like K or P. We have seen all these as of date, isn't it? Now we know that quadratic equation, since degree is 2, it has 2 roots. So every time solving a quadratic equation, it will end up with 2 solutions. We will know it later whether 2 solutions always we get or no. That we'll see in the later class. Then we learned the first method of solving a quadratic equation, which is known as solving by the method of factorization. In that we apply different identities, a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square, x plus a, x plus b. All these identities were used to solve a quadratic equation. Now we will see the next method. It's called completing the square method. Now what do you mean by completing the square method? The word itself says you have to complete the square. But we are not looking into the different questions because it's being removed from our syllabus, from the examination point of view. But to solve the next, using the next method, the third method is called quadratic formula or Sridharacharya's rule. Okay? Now to know or to derive this formula, we need to know what is completing the square method. So I request you all to see the pic that will be shared, which will give you an idea on how to solve using completing the square method. I have given 2 examples there, which will let you know what the method is. Okay? Shall we see how it goes, the derivation of quadratic formula? Now this derivation part is not important from the examination point of view, but you need to know how it has got. For that I have to teach you. So listen here. So we are considering a standard quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Okay. Now what we do is we are dividing each of the terms by a. So when you divide ax square by a, you get x square, b by a remains as such x, c by a, and 0 by a is 0. So you got a new quadratic equation, x square plus b by a, x plus c by a equal to 0. See, from now I am going to apply the completing the square method. So first of all I shift this plus c by a to the RHS to get minus c by a. So I have the terms x square plus b by a x on the LHS. Now you see that x square is already a perfect square. Okay. Now I should change this b by a x to the form of 2ab. Okay. So what I do is I put a 2. A is x. Now I need to know what is b here. So already we have b by a. Why did I put this 2? Because ultimately it should cancel and you should get b by ax. The original equation shouldn't get disturbed. That's what I said. We should add and remove certain numbers or terms. So we are including 2. To remove 2 we are writing by 2a. Now I got a square and 2ab. I need a b square term. So look at the b term here. See, 2a. So this b by 2a is the b term. So I need the square of that. So what is b by 2a the whole square? It is b square by 4a square. So I am including a term b square by 4a square. Now if I include it in the RHS also, it is as good as cancellation and we get back the original equation. So I have put it in both sides of the equation. So the first 3 terms is nothing but a square plus 2ab plus b square, which is a plus b whole square. What is a here? A is x. What is b? It is b by 2a. So it becomes x plus b by y plus because it is plus 2ab. Now when I shift c by a, it is minus c by a. Now we have to take the LCM of 4a square and a, which is 4a square. And it becomes b square minus 4ac. This is the RHS. So I have a whole square. So now I remove the whole square and give it to the RHS to become square root. We know that suppose you have x square is 16. What will be x? X will be root of 16, isn't it? And the answer for root of 16 is plus 4 or minus 4. Why? Plus 4 square is also 16, minus 4 whole square is also 16. So square root will have two values, one plus value and one minus value. Okay, so this 4a square becomes 2a. Square root of 4a square becomes 2a. Numerator, the root remains as such. Now what I do? I shift this plus b by a to the other side. Only then will I get the value of x, isn't it? So value of x becomes minus b by 2a plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Now both have denominator common. I write it common and write minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 2a, 4ac. Now this b square minus 4ac, exclusively b square minus 4ac is called discriminant of a equation. So given a quadratic equation, if we are asked to find discriminant, it is nothing but b square minus 4ac, not root, okay? Only b square minus 4ac. Okay? Now tell me, can we have negative numbers inside the square root? Can you find the value of square root of minus 25? See, these two are different children. I am not asking this. I am asking, can we find square root of minus 25? We can't find, isn't it? That means you cannot get a negative number inside the square root. Can we get a 0? Yes, square root of 0 is 0. Can we get a positive number? Yes, we can get a positive number. So remember this point that only when the discriminant is greater than or equal to 0, you get real root. Yes, means if the value of b square minus 4ac is a positive number or a 0 number, then you have real roots for the quadratic equation. If you have a negative value inside square root, you say no real roots. They are imaginary, which you learn in your higher classes. Okay, so finally the quadratic formula for finding the roots of a quadratic equation is using quadratic formula. If you are asked to find the roots of a quadratic equation, first you will write the values of a, b and c. Okay, you will write the values of a, b and c. Then find the discriminant, which is b square minus 4ac. By substituting values of a, b and c, you get the discriminant. Then finally you will apply something called, you will write x is equal to minus b plus or minus root d by 2a. So how will you get two answers? For one you should write plus root d, for the other one you should write minus root d. That's how you get two roots. In one case you should write minus b plus root d by 2a, and the other case you should write minus b minus root d by 2a. These are the two solutions of the quadratic equation using quadratic formula. This is what is called the quadratic formula. Now the explanation in detail, it is there in page 83 of your textbook, children. Please refer that page to know. The same thing, whatever I have shown you here, the same thing is there on the page number 83. Hope you understood what is quadratic formula. Once again, for a standard equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, first of all you find the discriminant d, which is b square minus 4ac. Then the roots of that equation will be, one is minus b plus root d by 2a, the other one is minus b minus root d by 2a. How to do with examples we'll see in the next class. Hope the derivation is clear. Derivation is only for your understanding. Only you need to know these three things. First you'll write ABC values, you'll find D, and you'll write this formula and do the answer. Okay? Dhanyavad.